What's up, Defects? Welcome to our monthly New Comic Book Day segment where we bring you real sales data from a real comic shop for the most pre-order comic books for the month. So in case you missed that pre-order cutoff, you could be the first in line on New Comic Book Day to grab the hottest books of the month. So without further ado, let's get into that list. All right, so all this data, before we get started, all the data and insight has been provided by the guys over at Comic Nation, so make sure you give those guys a follow and a shout out. All their information is down below in the description. Check the link out. And also the giveaways. Guys, there's giveaways for this month. There's giveaways we're going to be running for next month. So the giveaway for this month is going to be a $20 gift card again to Comic Nation. All you got to do is be a subscriber, like the video, and comment down below, most importantly. And we're going to be picking the winner for the last two videos later on in this video, all right? So let's get into the first book of the month, The Butcher 105. What up, brother?
What is going on, Matty Forge? Excited for this. Big shout out to the guys over at Comic Nation for the giveaway and for providing us with this information. First up, guys, we have our honorable mention, Red Light #1, cover A by Jeff DeCal, AWA Publishing, releases on November 8th. As you can imagine, sales for this one really surprised the guys over at Comic Nation. It came very close to breaking into the top 5 this month, and that's a first for AWA at Comic Nation. All right, get this, Maddie. This book's right up our alley. This is a futuristic thriller about an AI sex worker in a futuristic red light district. Writer Sarah Cho is making her comic debut in this issue, and we think that the cover art and overall theme made all the difference in this book. Cover A is an absolute stunner by Jeff DeCal, and cover B is by Frank Cho and Sabine Rich. We think that the cover art and the major role of this storyline presented a huge factor in this book making an honorable mention. It'll be interesting to see how this story resonates with fans as much as its incredible covers. I mean, an AI sex worker in the red light district, Matt? What's going on here?
I'm about to borrow Jay's Oculus and download a couple of adult-themed content. Oh, my God. That cover is... Whew,
that's it, man. Shout out to AWA breaking into the list.
All right. The second honorable mention we did have two this month because this was a late entry, and I'll explain why, is Transformers #1. The second printing, the Greg Tocchini spoiler variant, releases on November 1st. Image Comics, guys. All right, so this was a second printing with a whopping 5 different variant covers. However, this one was not revealed until right before final order cutoff. The Energon universe, which includes Void Rivals, Transformers, and G.I. Joe, has its own continuity. Comic Nation has confirmed from Skybound via Lefteros and Cover Price that this cover has been hidden because it features a depiction of the fan favorite Transformer Bumblebee dead. The character is indeed dead in the Energon universe continuity. That makes this cover notable and explains why it's been kept under wraps. The late reveal also appears to have resulted in fewer orders being placed at shops with less savvy management. Currently, there are only 20 copies of this available on eBay, and every single one of the variants appears to be on back order at Lunar and Diamond. As soon as this was revealed, pre-orders exploded. It went from being the least ordered variant to having more orders than all 4 other variants combined. We also have confirmation that Duke will be appearing in the second issue of Transformers and in the Energon universe continuity. G.I. Joe has not been formed yet. This is not a prequel. At this moment in the timeline, G.I. Joe does not exist. These are fascinating changes to the G.I. Joe and Transformer mythos, and with Bumblebee being such an established point of view character now dead, it'll be very interesting to see which Transformer will be taking his place. As for the cover art, all we could say is that if you ever wondered what the inside of Bumblebee's head and face look like, well, there you have it. I mean, that's a lot to unpack here, okay?
Yep.
Obviously, this book would have been a top 5. I think that would be easy to say if people knew about it much earlier. But as I just read from for the Comic Nation guys, this was kind of a spoiler variant at the very last moment. This might have to be a cover grab a grab at cover price for basically everyone, because this is one of those. I mean, this is a notable cover, especially a second print spoiler where there's not going to be many pre-orders and people are going to be trying to grab these on the secondary. I think if you're in a comic shop and you see this at cover price, you almost
Yeah.
have to grab it, Jay.
Absolutely. And what about you, dude? Crossovers of all 80s Saturday morning cartoons. The nostalgia is real with these.
Let's go.
All right, guys. Speaking of cover buys, we have the cover buy of the month Captain Marvel #2, the Joshua Swaby variant from Marvel Comics, releases on November 22nd. The first issue brought to us the first appearance of two characters, Omen and Yuna Yang. The book did very well on its own right. Although this is not the first appearance of Yuna Yang, it is her first cover appearance. We think that Swaby knocked the cover out of the park on this. Yuna Yang is a cat burglar set out to steal the legendary Negabands. After reading the first issue, we think that she may be a major player in this series going forward. Yuna is featured as an ally of Captain Marvel on the upcoming covers and solicitations. It's refreshing to see an open order variant that doesn't have a Virgin incentive do so well. That paired with a wicked cover featuring a new character and a $3.99 cover price, the boys over at Comic Nation feel that this variant sale is warranted and represents good value. Swaby knocked this cover out of the park, guys, and you get a first cover appearance of Yuna Yang. I mean, something you might want to pick up.
Yeah, I mean, another sexy cover. All right, right off the bat, 2 out of 3. Yuna Yang. Whew. I got something else that rhymes with Yang, but we'll leave that for we'll leave that for the live show. Guys, coupon codes. We got you. We got you. The sponsor and curator of this data for the show are the guys over at Comic Nation, the world's finest comic shop. All right, so we're going to get you Defects 10. That's going to give you 10% off your first order. If you've already ordered for them, we're going to give you code Defects, just Defects. That gets you 5% off any order. Both of those codes can be used, but you're already getting 15% off all FOC pre-order books, 5% cash back in Comic Nation currency on all orders, and then use discount code HOLDBOX to combine shipping across multiple orders. So head over to comicnation.us, check them out on Instagram or on their website. Start your pull list today. All the links are down in the description, and make sure you use one of those Defects discount codes, because you add all that together, that's a lot of money off of pre-order comics, Jay.
Absolutely. The guys over at Comic Nation are taking care of our viewers, guys, so let's take care of them.
Absolutely. And they got a little giveaway for you guys coming up soon. All right, so let's start the actual list here. Number 5, Star Wars The High Republic. Number 1, the main cover, Marvel Comics, releases November 8th of 2023. This issue is coming hot off the heels of last month's number 1 seller, Shadows of Starlight. Although it did not sell quite as well or quite as much, it did perform well. This is the beginning of the third and final phase of the High Republic comic initiative, and with the Disney Plus show The Acolyte is coming soon, Comic Nation thinks early Phase 3 sales are a clear indicator that people are excited. There is some speculation that this issue will feature the first appearance of the Children of the Storm. This is not confirmed. They are mentioned in the solicitation for the second issue, so you never know. It could be first, could be second. One thing is for sure, if The Acolyte is a successful show, interest in these books will rise, and there will be additional live-action content coming from the High Republic era. We think savvy Star Wars collectors know this and are trying to get ahead by investing in these books. So real quick on this, first appearances in Star Wars books are nothing new, but I think if you look back, early issue first appearances tend to hold some weight. You know, the Disney Plus shows have kind of had some mixed reviews, but it seems like, Jay, there's been a lot of hype for this Acolyte show, and there's been a lot of hype possibly behind High Republic themed content coming out, not only Disney Plus, but in movies. So this might, again, at cover price, I don't think you can go wrong here, Jay.
Yeah, no, absolutely. High Republic back in the news, man. That book goes up and down, but looks like it's on its way back up, guys. So if you're a Star Wars fan, something you might want to grab. All right, guys, coming in at number 4, Incredible Hulk #6, the main cover, Marvel Comics releases on November 22nd. Sales for this title have been solid. Philip Kennedy Johnson and Nick Klein are definitely doing the Hulk justice in the eyes of Hulk fans. So far, there have been multiple first appearances of monsters in these pages of the title. These monsters are set by the Mother of Horrors, who is the overarching villain in this run. The Hulk has been killing each and every one of these new monsters, but this will end here with Zombie Ghost Rider, who is making his first appearance in this issue. This appears to be a Ghost Rider from either World War I or World War II. Upcoming solicitations state that he and the Hulk will become allies. Zombie Ghost Rider will be around for at least 3 issues, Defects. In our opinion, picking up a copy of this book is a no-brainer. You have a great story with great art. Klein always kills it, and a new character that'll be around for a while and ends up being a hero, all for the cover price of $3.99. We are surprised that this did not rank higher on the list, which means that the print run may be lower than some expected, and we are definitely excited about this book. We're getting a new Ghost Rider, Zombie Ghost Rider. We seen what Cosmic Ghost Rider did. Hulk fans are going to be on the lookout for this. Ghost Rider fans should be on the lookout for this. So if you didn't know about it, guys, something you definitely might want to grab.
More Star Wars, guys. Coming in at number 3, Star Wars Visions, the Peach Momoko main cover. This is the number 1 of this series. It's a one-shot. Okay, let's see. It comes from Marvel Comics, releases November 15th of this year. Although this is not canon, this story is set to introduce and explore a new Sith character that uses the dark side of the Force. Star Wars fans have been starved for more Sith action. This book sold very well, and we think it's a large part due to the combination of Star Wars and Peach Momoko fans. However, it did surprise Comic Nation to see this outsell the High Republic book that we saw earlier in the list. This series is based on the Disney Plus anthology show, but this is the first Star Wars Vision story to be introduced in comics. The last Vision one-shot by Takashi Okazaki was based on the episode from the first season of the show. There will be more Visions non-canon one-shots from comic book creators. We are all for the Star Wars fans. It allows artists and writers to freely explore and create in the Star Wars universe without being tied down by decades of lore. This issue is slated to feature multiple first appearances, including Gel, Kako, Papo, and Tata.
There you go.
Yeah. Who knows? If they are well received, we may see them in upcoming seasons of the show. All right. So, just the thing that struck me the most, and kind of as I was reading this, he later, Comic Nation later stated the same thing. I think the idea that one shots are appealing, especially for Star Wars, because you don't have to follow years and years and,
Right.
and stories and stories. To kind of get into it, because some people that's what turns them away from Star Wars, is that it's so intricate and it crosses so many titles and you have to follow it for a long time.
Coming in at number 2. This is my number 1, but it's
Let's
the list
go.
number 2, guys. Punisher number 1, the main cover, Marvel comic, releases on November 8th. This issue will feature the first appearance of an all-new Punisher, Joe Garrison. There is a possibility this will also have a first appearance of a new villain called the Offer. He is mentioned in the solicitations of the second issue. People seem cautiously optimistic about the new Punisher, and Joe Garrison has huge shoes to fill. Sales for this issue were pretty high, which we expected, but there was not much excitement. People want to see what this new character is all about before they buy in. That may be a very good sign for those who pre-ordered this book. We feel that it may be flying under the radar, and if people really enjoy this new take on the Punisher, this may have potential. Guys, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, as soon as I knew that this book was coming out and we linked up with Comic Nation, I pre-ordered every issue, every variant of number 1, guys. I have faith in this. I'm a huge Frank Castle fan, as you can see behind me. But a new take on the Punisher with a brand new character is the best move they could have made if they were going to going forward with a new Punisher. So I'm excited for Garrison. I'm excited for this issue. I cannot wait to read this and let you guys know what I think.
Giveaway again for this month is another $20 gift card, and they're also going to throw in a free incentive variant and that's Comic Nation is going to throw in a free incentive variant to whoever orders with the winning gift cards. Okay, so you're going to get free incentive variant. That's pretty nice. So again, to enter the giveaways, all you have to do is be a subscriber to the channel, comment down below, and like the video. All right, guys. Links for Comic Nation are down in the description. Let's give away some gift cards. All right. This is going to be for the September video. Got it loaded up, copied in, filtered the duplicates, pulled all the comments. We got 38 unique commenters. That was for the September. Let's give this thing away.
Who's taking it home? Who's taking it home?
It's going to be Jay. It's going to be Jay.
Sergio Giovanni. Hey, Paisan, listen, you get an awesome gift card, guy.
Here's his comment. Happy to see you guys back. I'm looking forward to getting some Spidey and Batman book along with some other indies. So there you go, Sergio. Hit us up on Instagram. Hit us up at pressabledefects@gmail.com. We'll get you that gift card. All right. So for the October video, going to be a $20 gift card from Comic Nation. So I got the video linked up, filtered the duplicates, answered the little question, pulled the comments. There's 57 unique commenters entered into this giveaway. Let's see who's taking down the $20 gift card. Who is it, Jay?
Jared Ronmos.
He says, thanks for the knowledge. Jared, hit us up. Hit us up, Instagram or pressabledefects@gmail.com. We'll get you that $20 gift card. And remember, guys, giving away another $20 gift card this month. So, you know what to do. All right, guys. Coming in at number 1, Spider-Boy, number 1, Scotty Young variant. I don't think there's much of a surprise here, Jay. Marvel Comics releases November 1st. So, first new comic book day of the month, guys. So, here we go. This was the top pre-seller for November, and it was not even close. It sold almost as many copies as all other books on this list combined across all covers. Wow, that's insane. Wow. This Scotty Young variant was leading the charge. As soon as the artwork was revealed, we saw a staggering amount of sales in all of our sales channels. There are a lot of people who are vocally against Spider-Boy, but you would certainly not be able to guess that looking at these sales numbers. This issue has already one confirmed first appearance, a quirky villain called Gutterball with a bowling ball for a head. There will apparently be additional first appearances in this issue as well. No doubt about it, this is the most popular and hottest new character on the scene in 2023 thus far. There is a whole creative team working on this property, and this title will go a long way in further solidifying his place in the Marvel Universe. We are very interested to see what happens. So, guys, my take is, I mean, we've talked about Spider-Boy before on this channel, but interestingly enough, we just did a video about Miles Morales' first appearance and how much value that has lost over the past 2 years, especially this year. And the comments in that video were, to me, kind of shocking with how much hate there is for another Spider-Man. So I think that hate that Comic Nation was talking about earlier is going to be the same for Spider-Boy, because people like Peter Parker. They like Spider-Man. They don't want to see him replaced. And honestly, it's kind of overdone with a lot of these Spider-Verse characters. I mean, you can't deny it. The character here, Spider-Boy, is popular, so I don't think he's going anywhere for a while, Jay.
No, yeah, I don't think so either. Listen, I'm a fan of Peter Parker. I'm a fan of Miles Morales, but I get it.
Yep.
We have Spider-Gwen, we have Miles, we got Spider-Man, we got Spider-Boy, we got a whole Scarlet Spider, we got a whole bunch of spiders, but I'm never a fan, dude. I'm never a fan of these cartoon covers, and it's just like, I mean, they could have came up with something so dope, but Scotty, I'm not a Scotty Young guy. And this beat out my Punisher for the number 1 spot, so I'm not happy about that. But listen, like you said, Spider-Boy is hot right now. If you're a fan of it, grab it. If you think you should be investing in Spider-Boy, then grab it. It's going to have its peaks and valleys, guys, but Matt said, buyer beware on this.
Defects, that wraps up the November hottest selling pre-order comics for the month. So, guys, make sure you look at the list, see what you like, see what you don't like, figure it out, and be ready for New Comic Book Day all throughout this month. Like, comment, subscribe. Like I said earlier, you know how to enter the giveaway. If you missed it, go back and watch. Tuesdays and Thursdays, dropping video 5 p.m. Eastern time. And then also Thursday nights, selling comic books over on Whatnot, 9:45 Eastern. Come check us out there. And then once a month over on the very Gary Whatnot, we are doing our big sales event, the Defective Collective. That's where all the big boy books get dropped. So check us out over there. All the links down below. Check us out. And if you're a new Whatnot user and you haven't purchased yet, use our code down below in the link. You get $15 now off your first purchase. We hooked you up with that, all right? So until the next new comic book day video, later, Defects.